Teachers and learners, I'm going to be showing you two different techniques or two different ways of creating texture. And the idea is that you choose one of them. So I do want to say that I have a rather textured shoe, so it lends itself to the rubbings technique or drawing with a pencil. If you have an object that is shiny and smooth or has a lot of shiny, smooth parts to it, you may not be able to use this technique at all. So you need to think carefully. If yours is more smooth, then you may want to rather go with a pencil. I have broken my little black wax crayon into a small piece, but also it has a flat edge, so it's easy to rub with. And I have looked at my object and looked at the various different parts of it and found my items that I'm going to use to recreate the rubbings of this object. So I've done rubbings many times before, but I've never actually done it on the shape of an object. So what I did is I took my line drawing from last week, okay, and I traced it. I put it against the window and I recreated a simple line drawing. I reproduced the line drawing from last week using only the main lines. But of course this is not a line drawing, it's a texture drawing. So I've done it very, very lightly because I want to emphasize texture, not line. We're not outlining. So I then tested out my rubbings before I tried it. I tested out the rubbings, putting my rubbings material under my paper, rubbing over it and seeing what kind of textures I got. And that's the way I decided what I was going to put under which part of my shoe. Okay, I decided to use this belt for the woven part of the shoe, and I took my wax crayon and I rubbed over the woven part, recreating a lovely texture. Okay, there we go. Then I took my mat for the kind of crushed silk part. And I went over that part. Using the mat. Then I took the corrugated card so I did a rough one of these before this one, and I recreated this threaded look. So you can see my shoe is starting to take shape, and I'm going to add a little bit of line just to give it a little bit more form. Okay, and the one thing I haven't done is I haven't done these little bobbly bits, so I'm going to take this. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I haven't tested this out, but let's take this bit here and see if I can't create the illusion of some beads. Okay, so here you get an idea of my shoe recreated using texture rubbings. And of course, you know, the sky's the limit. One could try all sorts of different objects to recreate something as a drawing using almost purely texture rubbings. Have fun experimenting, and I'll see you back in a minute.